guess we'll go around and introduce ourselves. I am Kleintel. With us today here, who do we have?
Oh, I was going to let him introduce, but I'm Ty Duffy, comedian out of Tyler, Texas, Ty Duffy.
I just wanted to hear him say it first, see how I was supposed to do mine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we should have like a Bruce Buffer intro.
Wait, what's that? I don't know what that is.
You don't know who Bruce Buffer is?
No, I've never heard of an intro. Like, what
He's the.
you guys are gonna find out that like I don't know who people are.
Very
and then you're gonna try to explain to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know what it is. I'm pretending.
Hey, look, fake it till you make it.
Exactly.
I'm Walker Moore. I'm a amateur comedian from East Texas.
Yo, I forgot to mention that I was an amateur comedian too. I'm not.
I won't say amateur just yet, man. We've done it long enough to where we can grow. We can just say we're comedians.
We're professionals.
We're professionals.
The moment you do it, the moment you do any kind of show that is not an open mic, you have become a professional. It didn't matter whether it was good or not. You're still a professional.
Nah, yeah, for real. Like, it's just like a fight is a fight. If you can get knocked out, that's a fight.
That's a fight. You are no longer amateur, sir. You just got your ass kicked.
Straight up.
I think the barrier is, did you get $10 or did you get a beer? That's all that matters.
If you got $10, wait, what's the money for?
If you did the show. And it's, listen, you can say amateur comedian, but it's different. When you go do a real show, like you can go do someone's show and it'd be no one in the audience. Like I've done a show where it was literally no one in the audience. And I was just like, I'm a real life comedian. I got to deal with this. And I did the show and there was me, the host, the closer, and the middle comedian. That was it. And it was just us. And I said, and he was like, we're finna start in about 5 minutes. I said, start what? Talking? Talking to each other? Where are we going to start?
Gonna have a good ass conversation.
But that's like a good video. It's like, this is me doing stand up to nobody.
Yeah. And listen, the bad thing about it is I recorded that set, and in the back, I'm like, that's a joke. That's a joke. And I'm like, I can't post any of this. No one's laughing. And you can't see the audience. And I'm mad because I wanted them to see that. I'm like, look, these jokes were funny. There was no one there to laugh.
Yeah.
I was just telling it to the empty chairs. I was really just telling jokes to the empty chairs.
Hey, the chairs laugh. Fuck it.
Well, you fake it till you make it.
Absolutely, bro.
Add the laugh track. Instagram's fake anyways.
It is.
Instagram's fake.
Oh, man.
Everybody thinks I'm on Instagram, like, selling drugs. I'm like, I post these videos and it's informational and supportive stuff. I'm hurt on the inside. This is all a lie.
Yeah.
None of this is real.
No. It's like, I'm just, I'm trying to think of anything.
This is clickbait.
I try really hard to stay off of social media in general. Like that's why I'm conflicting as far as like being a comedian and like being involved with social media at all.
I feel like it's necessary nowadays though.
I feel like it's a superpower.
It is, yeah. Like you have to.
You
want
to do comedy, you have to be on social media. The more you're on social media as a comic, there is no in between. You either have to be in the city outside with no job, like conversing with people every day, or you got to be a bum in the house or at a job that you hate, scrolling social media to even be considered funny. Like if you don't get on social media, what are we talking about?
I think I'm just gonna burn my like personal accounts though. Burn my personal accounts.
There's nothing on mine. Like, I look like a ghost.
Well, I don't know.
People always say, "Is this really your page?" I'm like, "Yeah." I posted. They're like, "Where are your pictures at?" I'm like, "Not photogenic. I'm sorry, I don't."
Same.
To talk about.
I can't post them photos. I posted 2 videos last week, and I was like, man, just nervous. I was sweating like posting them bitches. I was like,
Well, when you haven't posted on social media in so long, people get on your Facebook and they're like, oh, they scroll down a little bit, and this shit's from 2018. This
this was the last time you were active.
Like pretty much. So it's like it's just all these pictures from me in Boy Scouts, and so it's like I'm like, yeah, I did get an award.
Hey, update that because I can only agree with this because I was in Boy Scouts, but no one will ever know. There's no picture. We scrubbed that like an FBI agent.
Exactly.
They'll never know he existed at age 8. Click.
Nah, I find myself doing that shit on purpose. Like I find myself doing it intentionally sometimes. Like I go back and read some of that, and Facebook always try to let you know
remind you who
about
you were.
Some dumb shit.
Facebook loves to remind you who you were 5 years ago.
Man, come on.
I'll never love a woman again. 2014, March 13th. Oh my God!
You were right. You were right.
Then sometimes you're wrong. You're like, I've loved 15 since then. You gotta like that's I'm like God. I'm like Facebook loves to remind you. That's why you gotta be like Snapchat. Like I only use Snapchat for evidence. Like if somebody's like, "Where were you at 2 nights ago?" I'm like, I really don't remember. Snapchat does, and I'll just scroll through and I'm like, "Look, 2 nights ago, gay bar in Tyler." I don't know. I was like, you just have to. I always like I go back and like social media is. Right now, the way the world is going, unless you're going to watch the news every day, you got to have social media to do comedy. Mm-hmm. You got to have some premises of what's going on out here.
No,
straight up. Yeah.
I watch all of it. Like I still engage in all of it.
Can't watch all of it.
But
some things that we don't need to know about.
No, it's
some
all,
things.
No, bro, I've been on every corner of the internet. You guys, I've seen everything.
I hate those.
What do you mean by everything?
I hate those people that can go deep into YouTube, and I'm like, how'd you find this video? It's not even in English. I was like, it's actually in a Ukraine language that only 100 people speak.
Man,
like, how'd you find this video?
Nobody finds those videos better than toddlers.
Oh,
I swear to God, you give a baby a phone, he'll end up on a Russian toy channel in a minute.
Oh yeah, you click through 15 Miss Rachel videos. You're watching the Ukraine war off a GoPro. You don't know.
And there's like 10 ads in it. You know?
Yeah, and none of it, and everything it's about opposite things that you don't need or things that you've been worried about. Has your big toe been hurting? You may have gout, mesothelioma. You're like, bro, what is this?
Nah, those ads are like oddly specific.
Mm-hmm.
I hate my phone listens to me.
Well,
real close to home.
I think they made it illegal. Like it used to be, like you could advertise to kids.
God.
Like they had like targeting advertising for kids, and I think they took that away.
They would have got me with a McDonald's ad fast.
It's
Will
crazy.
your mom not make you a chicken nugget at home? Like they'd have got me.
What?
Exactly.
I'd have used her phone card information would have been in there. We'd have had 16 orders of 10 pieces at the house.
Well, because that's the idea. Is like kids when they see an ad, they are likely to buy it. Like if they saw an ad for a toy, they want that toy. They're like the return of investment for an ad is like so much more.
Yeah. Especially if it's done right. That shit worked on us.
No.
We had
sure.
Ninja Turtles for no reason.
You know, I think to this day, you want to
reason
know
at
what
all.
the best advertisement was, and then it died off too quickly.
What was that?
Fidget spinners sold themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Oh yeah.
Fidget spinners. When at the height of 2016, I worked at Walmart. I was a cashier. Mm-hmm. Fidget spinners had become so widely disliked by educators and people people who just flick and fidget all day. I was working at Walmart, and I would walk to the toy section in the back, put 5 in my pocket because I knew I was going to get caught throughout the day. Like my manager telling me, "Hey, give me that." They're like, "Did you buy that?" I'm actually playing with it off the shelf in the back. And I would just fidget it all day. And I thought about it one day. I said, these damn things have never had a commercial in my life. Like you've never seen a fidget spinner commercial. Yet they sold billions across the world.
It's like a Rolls Royce.
Mm-hmm.
The fidget spinner was the Commons Man Rolls Royce.
But,
you never saw a commercial for it, yet they were everywhere.
But you're not
Middle
going to see him
school
again.
Rolls Royce, yeah.
You're not going to see him again.
You won't. You'll never see another fidget spinner again.
They'll be back.
No,
it's all cyclical.
Oh,
it'll come back.
It
Just
has
like
to.
yo-yos and all that shit. It'll come back. It'll be
People
like
who play with yo-yos were autistic. I don't care. I'm sorry. Only autistic kids play with yo-yos. Because never in my life, I begged my mom to buy me a yo-yo once.
She said you're not one of
Look, I begged my mom to buy me a yo-yo. She buys me this yo-yo. And I'm mad because none of the tricks that the guy did that I can do. I'm like, I thought it was supposed to. And I'm just like, and I'm breaking it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, my mom, like, I'm confused. Like, and she was like, see, you don't have the attention span and the mental capacity for this yo-yo. I've never bought a yo-yo. I would watch kids be like, can I buy a yo-yo? And I'd be like, there's something. He might be on the spectrum, man.
Bro, they do make that shit look easy though.
Yes,
they make that shit look so easy. Like walking the dog, the cradle.
Anybody who ever sat and actually
man.
Listen, and I tell you this: if you got a yo-yo and you weren't autistic and you learned to do those tricks, you have Asperger's syndrome. Like,
it's like
because you just couldn't.
On.
You had to learn it. That shit was hard. But I said, I hate this place. Like I can't do it because I'm left-handed too. So this hand isn't dominant. So it's like having to do stuff. People don't teach you stuff. You're like nobody in my family's left-handed. Mm-hmm. But my dad used to actually try to get me to be right-handed. It was like some Catholic school. Like it felt like it really did, bro. Like I'll never forget. He would have me sitting in the living room with a writing book.
Are you right-handed now? Or
I'm left-handed because I'm like, you won't break me. You're not gonna break my spirit.
No, it's like I like trying to do different things with both hands. Like I'm pretty ambidextrous with both
See,
hands.
people like that, it's like, what do you need to show off for?
No,
What, like,
I'm
what is it for?
No.
You just want to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
So you want us to feel bad? I had a teacher who
I'm
could
not
do
trying
that.
to make you feel bad.
I had a teacher who could like write with both hands,
Oh, I can't do. I'm never gonna try that.
and like he would just like he would flip the pen back and forth, and I used to be like,
For what?
does that make you feel special? Do you feel like a man? I'm like, I know people who work at McDonald's with your same salary. Like, I used to get mad.
But they do.
Yeah,
That's why they do feel better. That's
I
why
used to be mad about that. I used to be like, you feel good about yourself? You're making fun of me because my father used to like stand over me with a belt, pick it up with your right hand. I'm like, you ever try to hold a pen with the hand you don't write with? It don't feel good, bro. It don't feel good.
When I tried that thing, the what do they call it? It's like a mind freak where you brush your teeth with your opposite hand.
I'd probably have a seizure.
Man, what?
Because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I brush my teeth with my left. I'm like, could I brush it? Hell no, I can't brush with my right.
Nah, yeah, I tried that. It didn't work.
If you had to do everything with your opposite hand for a day, I'd probably die. Like,
no, seriously, how would you function?
I can't drive with this hand. God forbid anything ever happen to this arm. I am going to need around the clock assistance.
Well, I don't know if
I can't open a door, nothing.
I can't turn a key with this hand.
Nothing.
It sucks. I can't do anything.
Well, I don't know if it's true anymore, but like, isn't the world supposed to be built for people with right hand? Like,
Oh, it is.
People, so, like,
Listen, if you ever want to know how rough it is being a left-handed person, think about writing in a notebook. Think about writing. If you're right-handed, think about writing in a notebook. Your hand, you can see what you're writing as you write it, and it moves accordingly. So you're not worried about anything looking. As a left-handed person, I am writing against it. I can't see what I'm writing, and my hand is smearing whatever I just wrote, and it sucks. And you're like think about a desk. If you think about like a high school desk, when you sit down at a desk, if you're right-handed, your arm doesn't get tired because when you're writing, you have this support on this side because you get in from the left. When you're left-handed, I'm writing this way, leaning. I'm sore. My rib cage is hurting. I'm like. It just makes it worse. Like it sucks. Like nothing is for left-handed people in this
Sounds
world.
like to me y'all have a class action lawsuit on y'all hands.
I think the Catholics just didn't want you to complain.
That's it. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like whoever made it said, "Look, we're going to build everything this way," and it's like, what about the people who write opposite? Screw them. We're going to do everything this way.
Just like they're like, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, we're not going to.
It's like a lot of things. We don't talk about that.
The Catholic Church says, remember all those. This actually goes after all of those boys that got touched.
Yeah.
Right behind that, we're not going to worry about left-handed people.
No, wait. Did you grow up in a Catholic church?
I grew up Southern Baptist.
Jesus Christ!
My church, my home church that I grew up in is literally right next door to my house. If church starts at 11, I could leave at 10:59 and still make it to church before 11 hit.
No way.
I grew up in the same parking lot. Like my house is next door. Like if I look out my bedroom window, I can see the church. There's not a part in my house that I can't look at. And I'm like, the church is right there.
So there's no missing church for you.
The only time my mom, I'd have to fake it. Like you ever just lay in bed knowing you're wide awake and you've been wide awake for hours, but you know if your feet hit the ground, you need to be getting ready for church. So what I would do is I would wake up, like church, we would have to be there my mom would make us be there at 11 or 10:30. Mm-hmm. I would wake up at 8:15 and just lay in the bed. Just lay there. I'm talking when I say lay, I mean legit be wide awake, hungry. I have to pee. But I've disciplined myself. I'm like, if you move, we have to go to service. If you move out of this spot, you have to go to service. And
anything to avoid.
And yeah, anything to avoid going to church. And so what my mom started doing was she would open my door, and like it'd be like 9:15. She see I'm still asleep. She'd close the door. I'm like, I know the trick because I've learned over time. I'm like, don't move. That was a trap. She's gonna come back in a minute to see if you move. Lay there again. About 40 minutes later, she come back. It's like 10:30. She's like. So by this time, it's like we're approaching 11. Church is finna start. She's dressed. I can smell her perfume.
Fourth quarter.
I can smell her perfume. All she's doing is waiting to put her shoes on. I can smell her. So I'm like, okay, listen, fourth quarter, don't move. So I would like later and finally she'd come in. Boy, you must be tired. Well, straighten up because I'm finna go to church and I'll be back soon as she closes the door. Still don't get up. Don't move. Because she could come back if you jump up too fast. She was like, you dress, throw them pants on, let's go. I'm like, so what I would do is I would wait. I hear the front door close. I hear it lock. I hear her lock it with the key. When she locks that door, I still lay there until I hear her car door slam. Boom. Like if she was getting something out the car to go to church. When I hear that door slam, I'm like, all right, I can get up. And I get up, I run to the bathroom, go pee, make some cereal, and I'm like, I did all that to have. I did all that to have 2 free hours by myself.
And you're just like, life is good.
Yeah, life is good. knowing that the bad part is they're gonna go eat after church. Now I have to just eat leftovers or whatever's at the house. I'm just here now, like.
I mean, she could have doubled back at any time.
Yeah, she could have doubled back and came and got me.
Yeah, she could have came. She could have been like, just give me 1 second. And
no, never.
Went right outside.
I forgot something.
Yeah, I forgot something. Come get you, bring you right back in. Like, see that? Yeah. Come on now, come on.
No, bro. I grew up Southern Baptist. My dad was Baptist. My mom was CME. When they met, she came to his church. It's crazy. My previous girlfriend was Catholic. And my currently ex-girlfriend is like Pentecostal. And it's crazy because the religions are so different. The same religion, different denominations. So it's like I'm Baptist. So a lot of the stuff I do is a sin. But it's still like I'm still good.
Don't we all?
And the girl I just recently broke up with, she's Pentecostal. So she's just like, your whole life is a sin. I'm like, everything I do is a sin. So it's crazy. Like, listening to regular music, I'm going to hell. Tattoos, I'm going to hell. Not going to church every single Sunday, I'm going to hell. It's like, listen, I already knew that.
This is where spiritual girls win.
Yeah. That's why you just like
yoga pants chicks. They
the thing about it is, people always like, man, why you just don't leave that girl alone? And they see her, and they like, I get it. I'm like, I tried to tell you, like, yeah. Like I finally just, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. We recently broke up, and like this is how childish I am. Mm-hmm. We recently just said we call it quits. We've been like on and off for like 8 years. We just like, we're done. We're not gonna try to work on a friendship. We're not gonna try to work on a relationship. And it all boiled down to this. She was like, do you ever plan to stop smoking weed? And I did not want to lie. I was like, you might as well just leave me alone. You might as well just leave me alone, babe. I'm sorry to tell you. Just go ahead and find you a good man, because I can't promise you that right now. And it was crazy. Everybody was like I told my mom that. Like, my mom was like, I told mom, I was like, look, she made me make a choice. Her or what makes me happy. And I chose what makes me happy. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I genuinely, like, it was like, this is crazy. Like, I'm not hurting anybody. She was like, yeah, but it's so illegal. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff illegal.
A lot of shit that's illegal, yeah.
I'm like, I said, bro, you think about it. Like, I hate gambling. Like, I hate it. People always be like, that's crazy. You don't gamble? I'm like, no, it's stupid. But I throw money away in hopes to be happy. And they were like, that's the same thing weed is. You're throwing money away in hopes that you're going to feel better. I'm like, no, I know I'm going to feel better. no, I know. So I'm going to feel better for a little bit. Like, I'm going to feel okay. I'm like, this gambling, no, I gave you this $20 in hope it'll make $200,000. I gave you this $20 knowing I'm going to be hungry in about an hour. Like, I'm going to win regardless, my guy. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Heck no, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
weed is a guarantee.
Did she like have a problem with, like, because what I'm thinking is it's like, I think there's a thing with, it's like, you're smoking too much weed. I don't like it when you're smoking weed. Or there's a thing where I don't like that you smoke weed. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm being around something that's illegal.
And it was both for her. It was legit both for her. And you know what it was for me? I'm sorry, but that I don't care enough. Like, I was just like, look, man, because here's my thing. Like, I'm 27 now. Growing up, I was very anti-drug. Like, my whole, like, and I was, when I went to college, like, when I moved out here to go to college, and people were like, we're finna go smoke. I'm like, ugh, bums, get away from me. Like,
no, for real.
I don't want anything to do with you. Like, no, bro, we don't do that.
Remove yourself.
Yeah, like, you smoke? Oh, my God, get away from me.
Same, yeah.
And, like, I tell people, like, everybody who knows me knows that I smoke. My story is the exact same way. I was on my way to my dorm one day. These two very attractive young ladies were like, hey, can we roll up in your room?
It's always two.
I don't know.
It's always two.
And at the time, I'm like, I don't know what roll up means. I'm like, but I'm looking at them like, wow. And whatever that means, you can absolutely do it in my room.
Roll up.
Whatever that means, we can actually do it in my room. And so we get there, and I'll never forget, they pull it out, like they get the stuff out. I'm like, oh, drugs. Wow, this is a lot. Like, I am terrified right now. And they're in my room, and I'm sending pictures, sneaking pictures, taking my friend, like, yo, look what's in my room. They come over, and my friends were also, they didn't smoke either, so they were like, oh, wow, drugs. Like, attractive women, but whoa, there are drugs in here. Like, what's going on? And so it happened like that. Like, they rolled up. They were like, hey, well, thank you for letting us do this in your room. Come smoke with us. I was like, at the time, was like, if I say no, I'm responsible, but I'm lame. And I want to be friends with these very attractive girls in hopes that one day we can be more than friends. So I was like, absolutely, yeah, I do this all the time. Let's go. Terrified, out of my mind. I'm like, okay, if I get caught, I'm going to jail. So I was like, if I get caught with this plant, I'm going to prison for life. And so we smoked, and that was when I was 19. Prior to being 19, I did not know what weed was. I had never seen it, never smelled it. If I did, I didn't know what it was. I didn't.
Yeah.
So
damn.
At 19, I started smoking. Smoked one time. I had no idea where to buy it. I had no idea who to get it from. Nothing. My only encounter with weed was if these two girls, in which I did become friends with them, the only time I would smoke is if they were like, hey, we finna go smoke. I'm tagging along. I look like Scooby-Doo following Shaggy. Like, I'm like, okay, like, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go get these snacks.
Yeah, let's go get these Scooby snacks. Like, and over time, when I turned 20, I got a plug. I got one plug. It's still one of my closest friends to this day. He lives in Dallas now. And I would buy from him. And he moved, and I had to get another plug. And it was just like, this is also helping me network. Like, I'm meeting so many people.
You're like, man, buying drugs is great. I'm like, I have friends.
This is the most
now.
socializing I've ever done.
I got to talk to these guys. Yo, what you doing today? Where you at, my guy? Hey, look, I need to see you later. Like, you want to hang out? Like, look, bring this with you. I have some money for you. And over time, it was just, that's what it was. Until now, it's like, it also, like, it kind of feels like I've been doing it so long that it's actually like, I look at it like paying a bill. Like now, like I look at it like genuinely paying a bill. Like once a month, I'm like, I pay all my necessary bills, and then once a month, I'm like, all right, man, I gotta make a new purchase. Let me see who got these new flavors. Oh, that's Kiwi Runts. Yeah, and I see them like, okay, $100. Okay, let me get this for $100. And it's like I go home, and like I used to do it like when I this is crazy. I'm probably one of the few weed smokers that had rules. Mm-hmm. I had legit rules. Like, look, we gonna smoke this, but these are the rules. Mm-hmm.
No breaking down after 11.
So let me tell you what it was. I used to think I was like, I will never smoke weed when the sun is up. No, can't do it. I'll never smoke weed when the sun is up. Never, bro. You'll never catch me with weed while the sun is up. I said this is a nighttime activity. And I was like that for years. And then finally one day I said, I wonder what it's like doing it during the day.
I think it's funny because like I think a lot of those things, like we have all the people have like weird rules that they make for themselves.
I swear.
It takes someone else, like, you know.
It's to show you how just how ridiculous it is.
After
It
a
takes
little
you a
while,
bad influence.
you kind of realize people have different rituals. Mm-hmm. Like there are some people who like, well, I'm gonna smoke. Because like older people, like I know older people who say, well, it helps with my back or my eyesight or my arthritis. Like, so they're not constantly out here every day just smoking. So they may like you may see a Samantha, old white lady works at Walmart, and she's off on the weekends. Mm-hmm. So on Friday when she gets off, her hands are sore from being a cashier all day. So she may hit a bong or a bowl, and you're like, wow, that's insane. Like, I did that shit every day all week. Like, ma'am, that is amazing. Like, I did it all day every week.
You're so brave.
Yeah, you're so, like,
so brave. So
crazy.
Taking
like,
that giant leap.
Well, it's just like, we're in a weird place right now, especially because it's, because my mentality with weed was always like, I'm trying to get a job. You know, it's like, I can't smoke weed because it's like, I gotta get something that's like I'm gonna make a drug test.
Sure.
And then it took having a job for so long that where I have never had a job where I had to do a drug test. What am I so worried about?
Sure, bro.
And then like nowadays, like especially Texas, like just the shit at the smoke shop is the same stuff.
So yeah, you see that it's the law is passed where they're taking it away.
Really?
The law passed. They're taking it away.
Yeah, trying to take it away.
And so here's what I thought was so, where it's insane to think that you would take this stuff away. Because my thing about it is this: I'm all for people saying, you know, hey, I genuinely think there should be an age limit, like in the states where it's legal and recreational or medicinal, there's an age cap. It's like, hey, look, you have to be this age to even walk in the dispensary. You have to be this age to even make a purchase, or you have to have this medical card, or you have to have this little card, whatever. That's cool. Now here, it's a little different. Like, I shop at some of the head shops around here, and it's pretty dope. Like, I love them. My mom takes edibles sometimes. I'm sorry I said that. She's gonna kill me, but it's true. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the truth.
I gave her one by accident.
No, and so my cousin actually did. Like, it was crazy. Like, I'm just like, and my mom was like, I didn't not enjoy the feeling, but she's like, it is a lot. And so I'm like, well, dang, bro, like, if mom is kind of like open to the idea, then, we can only expand from here, So it's like, when I see them at these smoke shops and they're like, well, we're taking these away, I'm like, think about how much cheaper this is than having to go to the doctor, go into the pharmacy to get something that's, it's harsher on your body. Like, my thing is, I see the people that come in that genuinely get it for self-soothing, like actual medication, like they need this for their body. And I'm always just like, damn, like, I don't have that. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. You're doing this because you need it.
It's just that everyone smokes weed, and there's like...
Yeah, I don't care what you say, bro. At this point, if we did a poll in Texas, I'm 1,000% sure there's about at least 85% of the Texas population.
Oh, yeah.
At least 85%. And that's ranging, and I'm going to even be nice, I'm going to go from whites that are 16, because some parents let their kids do oils, from whites from 16, male and female, to ages 87 in the white community.
100%.
100%. I love to see when older white women come and buy edibles. Oh, I love it. I love when I'm at the head shop and I see white women come in there and buy edibles. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. It's like watching a dove fly for the first time. It's amazing.
The only thing that can beat that is when you're high and you see an old white woman that's high too. And y'all look at each other.
Oh, man. Being high around other people that know you're high is always like uncomfortable, because they don't make it any better. Like, they don't try to help you. Like, at all. Like, the worst thing I tell people is, like, if you partake in edibles, it is very hard on the body. Like, edibles are, whether it's physical, mind, or whatever the case may be. But it is very like hard. Like, I took a 230 milligram edible the other day. Way too much for the average person. Way too much for me. And I am at work telling my friend, who is also high, I'm like, yo, Jay, I'm dying. I need help right now. And I just kept telling him over and over, Jay, I'm dying. I need help. And he was like, how many milligrams? Like, first of all, we shouldn't be selling edibles that are 250 milligrams, 230. And it's not even that. I ate half of it. The entire edible is like 445 milligrams. I've eaten the entire thing before, and I woke up the next day still feeling it. I was like, these should be illegal. Yet they're $6 for a 2-pack. It's crazy. So, like, I tell people, I'm like me, like, I have nieces and nephews that are going off to college, and I'm like, hey, look, if you're going to do whatever you're going to do in life, do it when you're grown. Wait till you live on your own. Don't have to depend on somebody else, because now you're a bum and you have a habit. If you're going to have a habit, at least be independent. Like, have the habit. Yeah. Like, I moved out at 18. My parents technically can't tell me nothing. I do what I want. So it's like now, like, they've had to not accept it, but they've had to understand, like, he's an adult. He's going to do what he wants. Same way Texas is now, like, bro, you're finna take all this stuff away from people who are grown enough to make their own decisions.
It is all, like, a bunch of weird stuff, though. That's the thing. It's like, all this, I was thinking, like, what if the law was, like, only flour is legal? So it's like, you sell flour everywhere, and then, like, if you want to make edibles, you can't. Like, people can still like get the shit and make edibles
and do it, but you have to do it yourself now.
Yeah,
that would be, and I tell people this all the time. It's hard to find edibles. It's hard to find, like, people.
Good, consistent edibles.
Yeah, for sure. So when you find one that works for you, stay on it. Like, don't experiment. Like, I hate people who are like, well, I'm gonna try this one, and I tried this one. Like, I know where my threshold is at. Like, I'm a big tattoo guy. Like, I'm a big, like, I want to get more tattoos. Like, I do. But I same with tattoos. Like, I stay within my pain threshold. Like, so when it comes to edibles and flower products, it's like, this is too strong. I don't need to be over there. So I don't associate with that. Like, I'm just like, nah, I'm cool. Like, there are these edibles that are 500, they are 1,000 milligrams, one edible. And I'm like, if I ever saw anybody take that, I'm just going to go ahead and tell them that I love them because I'm probably not going to see them again. I'm just not. And it's crazy because that one particular edible is always full at one of the shops. Because who's finna eat 1,000 milligrams? Like, do you not care about yourself? Like, I've taken a 421. I used to do 420s on a regular, and my body had to tell me, if you do this one more time, we're shutting off.
We're escaping the matrix.
I'm telling you, my body literally told me, if you eat this one more time, I'm shutting down, and I'm not doing this again. Because I don't think people realize, like, anything with drugs requires a lot of math. It does. A lot of people. I hate when people be like, drug addicts and drug dealers are stupid. They're actually some of the smartest people in the world.
People you ever want to come across.
Because I've listen. It's crazy. I've been partaking in weed since I was 19. I still to this day could not sell it because I don't know the mathematics on how it works. I don't. I couldn't sell it. You couldn't. You could give me a pound of weed and I would probably be broke coming back to you. Because I'll be like, look, I actually don't know, but I actually owe you $100 more. I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
That's the part that fucks me up because you gotta buy it in U.S. metrics, and then all of a sudden you're on the
oh yeah.
And you sell it. You have to.
But look, you want to know what's crazy?
You're selling it on
the more you get involved in it, the more you like. I can look at certain amount of flour and tell you how much like how much it weighs, what it is. And like, if you would have told me that at 19 or 18, I'd have freaked out. I'd been like, I don't what. But now if I look at it, I'm like, actually, you're shy 2 grams. This actually, I need this. Like, I can break it down easy like that because one thing about being an adult that I love, and especially living in Tyler, I had to grow up fast. I don't have any family out here. It's just me. Mm-hmm. So it's like, even like with smoking or doing, smoking weed or whatever, it was, you got to grow up. You got to learn who to trust, who not to trust. You got to learn. Like, everybody knows it's illegal to ride with it. Mm-hmm. I have a great driving record. So anytime it's ever in the car with me, I never worry. Because I'm like, I'm fine. Like, I'm good.
Not going to get pulled over.
Like, I'm fine.
This ain't the early 2000s. We can get away with that shit.
It's just a bad habit. That's all I say.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Listen, if I could go back in time, you know how much money? I'd probably be in a different tax bracket if I never start smoking. I'd be in a different tax bracket. Like, I'm doing decent now. Like, I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment by myself. I have 2 vehicles by myself. Wow. And I'm like, I'm doing pretty decent. If I would have never had a habit, I'd probably have a house by now. I'd probably have a house, 3 dogs, a wife, and 2 kids. I'm like, wow, this is a great life. But it's just something about that plant that was like, I'm actually better than all of that.
Take all that weed money, put it in a Roth IRA.
Oh, yeah. I'd be rich, but I'd be in some scandals because that's too much money for a young guy to have. Because it's crazy, man. Like, what's weird is I've been smoking for so long. You know what I've never had? I've never had a white dealer a day in my life.
I know you missing out.
Never.
You missing out.
Never had one. Okay, I'll put it to you this way.
It used to fuck me up.
I've never met one. I've never encountered one. I've never. So like when I see white people that smoke, I'm like, where'd you get that? Because I'm like, I've never.
Well, it's funny because like that was my thing. Is that I was like, I'll smoke weed, but I never want to go buy weed because I never want to go through the trouble.
I've heard people say that.
And so I was like,
if you ever go buy it, then you're like, I know where it's at now. I can always go get it.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, like a childhood friend hits me up. It's like, oh. Who sells weed now?
And you want to know what's crazy? And here's the funny part about it. I have a lot of childhood friends, and I don't buy from any of the ones that are my. I don't buy from none of my friends, like at all. Like I do not, and simply because I'm like, you're not about to get my money when you're my friend, and you probably owe me money anyway. So I'm not buying from you. Like I have 4 friends right now who I know sell. And they could hit me up like, yo, come shop with me. Absolutely not. Never.
Hey, how did you find out that a childhood friend sells
No,
weed?
they told me. They
I was just thinking like, shit, do you think about somebody who was fucking up in class so hard?
No,
you think about the bad kids in school? Or?
Yes. Absolutely.
No, I'm just,
Yeah.
You know, I'm from here, and so it's just like there's.
You from Tyler?
Yeah.
Which school did you go to?
I went for. I don't know if I say it on the podcast or.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, don't say that then. That's cool.
No,
That's why like nobody knows where I work. I'm actually in Dallas right now.
3 people are gonna see this.
No, I don't know.
That's fine.
Well, that's the thing. I think the world's a weird place because I used to not give a shit about like internet.
Now you have to.
But it's just because like AI and that kind of stuff. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's just like it's really good at looking at like a bunch of stuff, and so I was like thinking like I need to like be because I used to have my phone like I used to have it track where I was, and so it was cool because I'd be able to like go back and I could
see where you've been.
I could go like literally I could go 10 years and like look at where I was 10 years ago. And it was pretty sick.
I don't want that,
No,
but that would actually would be cool though.
No, I think it's really cool to have, but I don't want someone else knowing that. Like this
for sure.
Like, I don't, like,
it's dope that like AI's been out, and AI's cool. Mm-hmm. I think it's dope. I think it's like I'm like we should have been had this years ago, and probably did. Who knows? I have never used it, and will never use it because there are certain things that I just like. I'm like I don't need to be involved in that. Mm-hmm. Like I'm 27. I've never owned a video game.
What?
Bro, never owned a video game, G. The only video game I've ever owned in my life, and I had it for about 5 months, was a Wii. That's it. Never owned anything else. Never had a PlayStation, game, like nothing. Just because that's
Xbox,
never,
nothing.
It just never interested me.
No,
so like,
no Minesweeper.
That's why
computer,
I'm
nothing.
I had a desktop, and I played desktop video games.
Man.
That's it. I never played a video. Like I can play video games, but I've never owned one because it's like that just. I don't. That's just not my thing.
Well, I think the thing about that though is surprising to me is just because games are like
everywhere.
Games are everywhere, and like it's probably one of the like cheapest forms of entertainment. You have a console, you have a game,
and you just keep buying the games and like buy different games or whatever.
Yeah, you can spend hours and hours doing that. But that's the thing is like I'm trying to get away from that because I've like that's been my life because I've just always been
a video game guy.
Like you just gotta cut that out.
I use video games as a biohack. Mm-hmm. Like for real, if I need to boost my mind or my focus, I'll start playing video games, and it helps get the wheels turning.
See, and I got a lot of guys like that, like a lot of homeboys, and I even got homegirls that play video games, and they're like, "You've never been interested." And I'm just like, it was cool. It's cool to play. Like, I'm the type of guy. If I play like Saints Row or Grand Theft Auto, I'm frustrated because I have too much capability. Like, I'm like, yo, like it's too much. Like, I can't. Like, Call of Duty requires too much thinking. Warzone requires too much thinking. Like. Are
you like a movie guy or like a TV guy?
Yeah, big movie and TV guy. Yeah, love big movie buff. Really big movie buff. My dad, I get it from my dad. Like we grew up watching Star Wars together. And so like I used to always be like, I'm like, I hate this. And then he would cut like over years of watching, I'm like, I actually think this is dope. I'm like, and so I love Star Wars. Mm-hmm. He's a big Lord of the Rings guy. I don't care for it. I'm like, it's not my thing, Pop. Like, give me the lightsabers. I don't want all this. Like,
that hurt me a little bit.
Yeah, it was too much to get into. So I'm a Star Wars guy, but I'm also like I love Harry Potter. So I'm a big movie buff as like far as like anything with a series or like very deep cut movies. Like not a horror movie guy at all whatsoever. Never seen a horror movie like to completion. Never.
What?
Never.
Man, you are blowing my mind with some of these these
These
rare esoteric Tyreek facts.
Listen. You know what's crazy? If I could,
it's blowing my mind.
If I genuinely could, and I do this a lot. If you come to my house and you look on, you know how you can stream movies. The horror category is like put dead last. Like I was like, put this last because I'll never watch anything in there. Mm-hmm. So like. And it's not because I don't like them. It's because I'm genuinely scared. Like there are movies that people be like, "That's not scary to you."
No, I hear you.
Like to you, like what's a horror movie that you think is not scary at all?
I mean, I can't give you a good. I don't really watch horror movies much either. But like my point is like it's like I'll never be the guy to be like I'm not going to watch this movie.
I'm that guy. I'm definitely that guy. When it comes to horror movies, if you cut it on. If I'm at somebody's house, I don't care if we're if it's 16 of us at the house. If somebody cuts a horror movie on, all right, guys, you guys have a great night. I'm gonna see you later, and I'm gonna leave because I'm just
cool.
that terrified.
I think that's cool.
I'm just like, no.
That's so rare.
But,
I've never heard of that before.
But I do think there, like, I wouldn't stop watching a movie or that kind of thing. But I think the issue that I have is like, I do think that like there's a glorification of some things, because I think real fucked up shit happens to real people. And
I think I'm like, you know what, this could really happen to somebody one day. People are like, oh, what about the movies like okay, let's think like Leprechaun. I know that could never happen. Am I gonna watch it? Absolutely not.
Could
like there could be a little person running around dressed in like
in the hood,
and I'm like, I'm not gonna ever watch that, bro. It's just there are a lot of things that aren't me. Like video games were never me. Horror movies were never me. Big thing. People like everybody who knows me knows. Like, and my family, friends, everybody who knows me knows. There's only one category of food I do not like and I will not eat. And I just do not care for Mexican food. I just don't.
That's crazy.
And I live in Texas, right?
Blowing my mind.
That's it. Like that's if we ever decide, hey, we're gonna go out to eat, I mean, everybody's gonna know we can't go eat Mexican food because Ty's with us. I don't. Like
that's insane.
And it's crazy because I work at one of my jobs is at Taco Bell. So it's like if we're ever at work, the managers be like, "Hey, food's coming up short." I'm already out of the equation because I don't want anything. I don't want anything in here, my guy. Like, you can keep these Crunch Wrap Supremes. You can keep these Gordita Crunch. I don't want any of it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't talk about.
That's a good cover to have, though.
Even if we go to like an authentic Mexican food restaurant, it's not me.
It's just crazy. That's all I eat.
Mexican food. That's insane.
I eat so much Mexican food, and it's like I like trying to cook Mexican food because it's like all really simple. Like all the ingredients are like same stuff.
You gotta have a fat Mexican woman arm to cook Mexican food, man. It's not gonna come out right.
No, I mean, I know it's me, white people, Mexican food. I know it's nothing good or special, but I mean, like,
when you said that, all I thought about was that song, "White People Tacos."
Exactly.
White people tacos go
hard. Oh my god!
I don't get the hard shell, but I get
You get. But see, that's the thing. Like, genuinely, the only thing like Mexican that I really care for is tamales. That's it. I mean, I'm just not a fan of everything else. Not saying it's not good. It's just not. It's not there for me. Like, I'm a big Italian guy. Love Italian food. I love barbecue, and I'm really big on Chinese and sushi. Like, of course, my family and black people not really like keen on sushi. So everybody was like, "How do you have a liking for sushi?" And like you
I've never heard about that.
Like, how do you have a liking for sushi?
A lot of black people don't.
Oh really yeah, for sure, bro. My parents do not eat Chinese food to any capacity at all. Yeah, I love it because I'm like. When you grow up in a black household and you're deprived of something, when you get independent or get your own, you are like, I'm gonna go get that. And Chinese food is good. So when we go get it, we're like, oh, this is good. I'm gonna buy it on a regular. So we try it. And then, black people love anime, so we of course gonna try everything we see Naruto eat. Like,
man, everything on there looks so good though. And the way they eat it,
I learned that ramen and noodles are two different things. I had to learn that. Like, growing up in the projects and in the hood, like I didn't, but I grew up very lower middle class. But my cousins grew up in the projects and they grew up in the hood. So they eat noodles, which is the pack of noodles that they eat noodles. I don't eat noodles, no. I eat ramen. I eat ramen. I'm doing pretty decent in life. I go get ramen.
When you upgrade.
Yeah, when you upgrade. Like I upgrade. So like I eat ramen. I go to the Asian market and I really shop. Like there are 3 Asian markets in Thailand. They know me by name. Like when I walk in, they don't say it right, but they know me by name. Like I walk in and they see me, I'm like, okay, what's up? Like, and they know he's not in here pretending. I'm really reading the ingredients. I'm looking, I'm purchasing things. Like I go in and I'm like, people are like, oh, it stinks in here. I'm like, nah, this means the ingredients are fresh. Like that truck just came today. I'm like, so I'm really in there. So like when my people come to my house, they like, oh, you got like, I've had my niece come by and she's like, can I make some noodles? I'm like, ooh, I ain't got no noodles. And so like my mom will go in my pantry, she's like, this noodles right here. I'm like, whoa, hold up. That is ramen.
You're gatekeeping.
Yeah, and it's like
this is ramen. This is different.
Because I tell people, I'm like, if you've ever been to a real ramen place,
it's like Taco the Grey Goose.
Yeah, it's like it's different. Like that's why I tell people, like, if you come from a small rural area, like you said you're from Tyler. Mm-hmm. My hometown, if you come there, you'll be like, wow, I see why he thinks Tyler is the city. So I tell people like all the time, if you live in a rural area, please go to the city and experience it. Step out of that comfort zone. Because there's a lot of stuff when I moved out here that I was just like, it was new to me. Like, I'd never seen ramen plate restaurants before, never seen an Asian market. And now, like, these are my everyday things. Like, I'm like, I need some spring onion. I'm not going to Walmart. I'm going to the Asian market where I know it's fresh and authentic. I need some crispy fried onions. Well, the Asian market got them, and they bigger, and it's real. It come from there. Like, I go do these things, but, like, it's kids that be like, oh, I want some noodles. And they go get the top ramen pack.
Top ramen.
And I'm like, and I look at them, I'm like, ooh, I've come a long way. I'm like, but you got to stay humble because you be like, hey, look, I still eat the noodles. I ain't gonna never say I don't, but I prefer the ramen. There's a difference. Like, it's different. Like people like, well, you don't eat Mexican food. Ew, bro. Like, why do you like that? Like,
that's I've never.
Listen, tamales, chips and queso, and that's it. I don't want no chips and salsa. No, chips and queso, tamales. Don't give me nothing else. That's where we draw the line. Like
not a single taco, no burritos, no nothing.
Are you a picky eater, Kleintel?
I am not. I eat anything. Just
people
like
from Texas are never picky. Are you a picky eater?
No, not like I just saw my dad. Like my dad was such a picky eater. Like always has been my whole life.
That's crazy.
And that to me
made
like,
you not
like yeah, I hated it. I hated it so much because I didn't like the idea of like, you know, you go to like a drive-through and you like order a burger, no onions or something like that.
I'm like that though.
No, I get that, but then but when you get the burger and it has onions on it,
you flip out.
I don't want to go back in line.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
Like that's my dad though. Like
okay. I'm not like that. But if I go like I have a specific way I like my burger. So if I say no pickles because I hate pickles, I'm like, well, I hate pickles on a burger. I eat a pickle, but I hate on my burgers. Yeah. If I go get a burger and I say no pickles, and I get the burger and it has pickles, I'm not gonna go back. Like,
I think you have a right to. I'm not saying you don't, but I just like I think you
for
should.
Sure.
Like if you order food,
if you order it a particular way, you should be able
especially
to
if I'm at
enjoy
a fast
your food
food.
the way
If
you
I go
want.
to a McDonald's and there's nobody in line and I'm the only person in the drive-thru, and I get my food and it's wrong, I'm for sure going back because what were you doing?
But it's like, but it's like to me, I'm just like so like checked out because as far as like I want to order something, just say a number. I want a number 2.
And you're that person. I've never done that in my life. I've never went to a place and said, "Give me the number." I've never.
I gotta start
I
writing.
say what I want.
I gotta start writing these down. You got a lot of. You blowing my mind.
You say the number.
Yeah.
I've never done that. I just
get certain combos.
It makes it so easy. Like,
wow, y'all really
yes,
I've never done that. I'd never do that. I'd never do that.
I think it's
certain places don't have the combo meal. Like you have to order.
So if you go to McDonald's, if y'all go to McDonald's and y'all order like the number 4.
Oh no, I'm straight value menu at
But I'm okay.
I'm all value menu.
But
if you were gonna say like if you wanted a double, like if you wanted a Big Mac, you would say give me the number
anywhere
2.
else, I like Whataburger. I get a number 3 every time.
I don't know what a number 3 for that is a number 3.
Is that like a Whataburger with jalapenos? Is that what it is?
Nah, it's a triple meat.
Oh, triple meat.
Listen. Well, you know what I do when I go to Whataburger? I'm like, can I just get a double Whataburger? Like, I'm not saying the number.
No, it's
You say the number.
funny.
So when you go to Taco Bell, do you say numbers?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it just depends. It just
But
depends.
it depends on what you get.
But
For the most part, if you go to fast food or anywhere, you say and they have the number, you're gonna say the number.
You say the number.
If it's like I don't know, if I'm looking at what they have and I'm like, oh, I want that, I'll pick a number. But if it's like if I'm going there with like already the Crunchwrap Supreme in mind,
You just say it.
I will just say.
So
it.
I've always been the guy. I just say this is what I want, and then they'll be like, and when they say back to me, so you want a number? I'm like, yo, like, why did you say the number? Because now I gotta look and see, make sure you got that right. And so like I never say the number ever.
But it's like I think it's easy. Like it's just like for me, it's like me being very particular about like I'm trying really hard to like have as little of a like interaction with somebody to make it easy for them and make it easy for me because I'm just trying to get in and get out.
Oh, for sure. Like that happens at Taco Bell a lot. Like you hear people like, and some people take offense to it, but I don't. You ever hear somebody come and be like, "Hey, welcome to such and such. How can I help you?" And they're like, "Give me this," and I said. Bitch, I said, how are you? Like, it doesn't bother me, but I've seen it like really hurt some people's feelings, and I'm like, that's insane. Like, we are at work. That person probably has 15 minutes. I saw a woman at Walmart
that got pissed at the cashier. Like she said, you didn't greet me within 30 seconds, and like was really taking note and told somebody about it. That messed me up. I was like, wow.
See, and I worked at Walmart for 5 years, so I know that really happened.
I think like,
that really happened.
People are so miserable that they want to be heard. Like that's the thing. They just
absolutely.
They just like they want there to be a problem. And they want you to hear about it. Like I remember a long time ago when I worked at Chili's. I just remember I wasn't gonna serve this girl a drink because she had like a paper ID. And I'm sure she was 21. I'm sure whatever.
Oh yeah.
But like she called back and was so embarrassed because like I embarrassed her in front of her friends and like this whole long story. But all she was trying to do was get me fired.
Yeah,
like that's all this random person.
And the fact they think that actually works.
Yeah,
like they can just call up
and
it's
be
like,
funny
I
that
got you fired. Like,
people like really find joy in
not
that.
even gonna get rolled up.
And it's the fact that some people find joy in like trying to get you in trouble at your job, the job that they wouldn't want to work either. So it's like I worked at Walmart for 5 years, and like I luckily never had a complaint. Customers loved me just because I was a young college kid. I was excited about life. I was doing it. It hadn't completely screwed me over yet. It didn't get bad just yet. Pre-pandemic, way before the pandemic, life was good. And I was just like, I'm this young kid working at Walmart, and I'll never forget. I caught a woman trying to steal, and it was a middle-aged white lady. I caught her trying to steal, and every day from that point, she would come back and genuinely try to get me in trouble. And I'm like, oh, ma'am. No. It's not that deep. Like it's not that big of a deal. Like it can be done with.
Seriously.
And like you genuinely meet people I know for especially being a server that you meet people who feel like they're entitled to you being perfect for them.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's like, I come here all the time. Ma'am, you think I'd remember you? You think I'd take the time to learn you?
And that's all what I do is I just smile and nod and say, yes, I'll do whatever. Because I'm just like, I just want you to shut up.
Yeah.
I just want to get you what you want. And then like we can, because I think I'm the worst when it comes to that, where I probably.
You just like take you're doing your job.
No, exactly. But it's like, I don't know.
That's the waiter I want. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. Matter of fact, you should literally. You should be like like those non-fungible players. Like, you shouldn't even have a face. It should just be blank right there.
For real.
I know that those two ways because I'm big about this. Like I don't like when the waiter sits down at the table.
Oh, I was just about. I had a guy do that at Applebee's one time.
I think it's fine. Like
he crossed his legs and sat on the floor, and I was like, "Hey, bro, get away from me!" Like matter of fact, go get me a different way.
Well, because I know it's a thing. They're trying to be more
establish
they're
trying
to be more connected to you. But I'm like, stand up, please.
They're doing it like a high school counselor.
If I'm ever at a dining room table and like my waiter pulls a chair because it's empty and sits there and takes our order. You're absolutely fired. Go get your manager right now.
Like, why are you not standing?
This is very. You are not with us right now. This is weird.
So like, I try to because I try to like have like a back and forth. I try to make jokes on my tables, that kind of thing. Like,
I would. You're a comedian, bro. You should definitely.
But like, I also do know that like this person doesn't want to talk to me. It's like
you can feel it.
Some people. Yeah,
it's like when you're waiting on like a couple guys or like just a guy eating by himself. He doesn't want to know what my fucking name is.
No, and he wants to be left alone.
He wants to be left alone. Especially if he's probably middle-aged, like 40s.
Probably just got back
give
from
me
the
this chicken
court.
fried steak and let me go home.
He just got
paid
back
some
from the divorce
alimony.
court. Yeah, he just paid the alimony payment. Yeah.
I genuinely, that's something that's a job that I've never had, and that's a job that I don't desire because I think I'm very incapable of it. But I could not be a server. Like, I just know I could do it if I had to. But if they were like, do it because you want to, I'd probably cry every day before work.
Bro, actually,
I can't interact.
You could probably do it. You could probably be a server and make bank.
I probably could, but
with your personality, as funny as you are.
And see, people, you would think that, but I am very like if this was a table full of people that had to order, and I had to go down there and listen to them while they ordered and like look at them so I could make sure, I can't do that. Mm-hmm. I'd probably cry because I'd be like, God, why do I have to interact with these people?
You can't get too involved with it too because you'll have like a repertoire with the table, that kind of thing, or like it's because at the end of it there's a transaction where they're gonna tip you, and then you're like, man, I was laughing, joking with these people,
and then they didn't tip me anything,
or like they tip me very poorly, and it's like, and it's kind of like you just gotta move on because
if you do it for the tip, bro, they're gonna burn you every time.
Well, it's like everyone's got different expectations for that, so that's the thing is like. I saw the thing. I read this thing in a book. It was like waiters are all gambling addicts. That's all they're doing.
For sure. They're trying to figure out which strategy works the most for the better tip and stuff. For sure.
And you never, whenever someone walks away, you never know what's going to happen or that kind of thing.
Just leave it all on the table. We're gonna find out.
Exactly.
Highest reward.
Bro, tips, man. Listen, I don't know. You know how they say you always was the tip 18 or 10%? What is
I
it?
think waiters are always hoping for 20%.
20% tip.
My advice is always, I think you should always tip 20%.
So if my bill's 100, how much should I? What's the
$20?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I'm just telling
what?
I'm just telling you guys are disappointed.
Wait.
I'm just telling you.
Wait.
I know I am. Listen.
That was funny, but I hate you at the same time.
Listen. Let me tell you something right now. If my bill is $100, you can get.
Don't say 5.
Nah, God, no. You
Don't say
5. Well,
don't say 5.
Okay, if I've never had to. Okay, I'll put.
Come on, man.
I've never because listen. This is really it. I've never like. I think. I've never really just left I don't think I've really just left ever many tips for the most part because if I pay normally whoever I'm with tips or whatever and I don't pay attention. But I've been to a restaurant like my ex for her birthday. We went out to a 5-star restaurant and the tab was like $5.36. Wow. And so I was like, yeah, it was nice. I wish I could have taken it all back. I wish I could take it all back right now. But the bill was like $5.36.
$100 tip.
And what? See, and
$100 tip. Yeah.
Do you know what he probably got from me that night? He probably got maybe $30.
No.
And my thing is this because listen, here's my thing. I'm gonna like okay. So if I go to a restaurant and I get my tabs $50. If my tab is $50,
$10.
I might not leave anything.
No. Oh, man.
I've gotten better. I've gotten a lot better because I realize I'm like, yo, these people really only probably make $3-something an hour. Let me be courteous and tip. But now I've gotten really bad service and I've tipped good because I'm like, bro, you probably had a horrible day. Let me tip good. I've gotten really good service and seen something that made me be like, I'm not tipping you at all because you're not. You literally no. Like now, if I go sit at a bar, I'm always tipping the bar. If I go sit at a bar and I eat, I don't care if I drink, I'm gonna tip the bar. Mm-hmm. Some waiters is kind of like, okay, I'll tip. Like I've never tipped at I've never not tipped at IHOP. I'm gonna always tip at IHOP because this is probably one of the worst waiting jobs you could have because this probably sucks. Mm-hmm. If I go to Chili's, I'm not even gonna say that. If I go to FD's,
what about Papados?
If I go to Papados, you're not getting tipped.
What?
Let me tell you something, man. I took my ex to Papados on 2 separate occasions. I did not get full at all. And the first time I went to Papados, the tab was $75. And I said, I'll never come back here. And this waiter's not getting a tip. And I think we ended up leaving, the tab was like $75. I think we ended up leaving like $10, maybe $10-15 tip. And I was just like, whew, if I had to depend on people tipping me, I would not make it. And which is part of the reason, like, I've always, when I see women apply to be waiters, I'm like, she's confident because she's really confident. Or I see guys be like, I'm a server. I'm like, bro, you have a hell of a, you are very confident because there's no way I'm going to sign up to make $3-something an hour. And we probably got to split these tips between us for the night. But Samantha over here has to be on her A game tonight because if she's not, I got to split tips with her and she ain't even trying. She ain't make none tonight.
Everywhere is different. So I think it's hard to find a good waiting table job that's like good. Like Bear because right now is a weird time I think because like these places are just like churning through servers. Like they'll hire a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
Pay just because the labor's so cheap. And then they people will go. And so but my advice, I'm not going to give you a hard time about tipping or whatever because
I've been getting better.
I'm gonna say something.
Listen. When I just got this coffee and I was like, there was the option to tip. Part of me wanted to say no.
That is
sometimes.
That is the thing though, because like now, nowadays, anywhere you go, it costs nothing for the businesses to ask you for money. So it costs nothing for them to put their hands out. And so that's why everywhere you go, there's 15, 20, because it's like that's a race for their workers, and they don't have to pay for that. And so that's why everywhere you go, they have their hand out. But that kind of changes attitudes as far as like tipping, as far as like a serving job or a place like that pays like $2.13.
And that's like one of the I've never been to I personally know me. I've never been to Hooters or Twin Peaks because they're gonna hate me. because I am going to exhaust my eyeballs looking around at them women, and at the end of the night, you might get $5. I didn't ask you to come in here and show me your breast, ma'am.
You know, that's the one place, Hooters and like Twin Peaks, I feel like that's the one place you can tip $5 and it's good.
You know,
because there's so many people that just come in and blow money.
Yeah, there's a girl
so
I follow.
Many people that just
there's
blow
a girl
money.
I follow.
Like,
I wouldn't tip like
even if I did tip you, like even if I did tip you $100 or $200, like what is that gonna do? Like I'm still in the running with Jeff over here who has a boat and just tipped you $500 for no reason.
Sure.
You definitely should never like. I don't think you really shouldn't go if you're trying to impress a girl. Don't give her this big tip. Don't tip the bill.
Oh yeah, don't
go. That's a bad.
Tip 20%. Tip a few bucks over.
Yeah,
because you also
if she smiled a lot, if she likes you.
Because also I don't know, like who knows?
I've had a female waiter put her number on the paper. It was talking about you're cute, and I immediately like just scratched through the number because I'm like once I leave, she's not gonna want to talk to me. And my friend was like, "Why? Like, why would you?" I'm like, "Because I'm not even finna tip her. She's not even gonna want to talk to me once."
Bro, that could be the whole setup. Like, she probably left it just so you can like.
So I would tip. And I'm like, and I knew she liked me because I looked at her from across the room. I'm like, I held the tip. I'm like, she was like, and smiled at me, shook her head. I'm like, okay. I put the pen down. I was scratching. And my friend like, "What are you doing?" Like, she gave you the heads up. I'm like. She's not gonna want to talk to me. He's like, "Why?" I said, "Because I'm not even about to leave a tip. I'm not even gonna leave a tip. She's probably gonna be like, wait."
I think you should not leave a tip and text her.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
I probably should have done that. Maybe it would have worked out. Who knows?
That's confidence.
But I was just like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, ma'am. That's pointless. Why would I lie to you like that? That's insane. And like this is, I'm telling you guys, like your perspective, my perspective. That's where the jokes come from. Because I'm like. You thought I was gonna tip? Like going to a restaurant and thinking I'm gonna tip is insane for me because I used
to work at a restaurant that was like just one exit up from a strip club, from 2 strip clubs.
Oh, you
so
made
a lot of them girls, just a lot of those girls will stop through and
get food.
And slide you their number.
I couldn't, man. Listen, that.
They come in, eat. Most of the time, they did have like their clients with them. They have like their sugar daddy with them and all that. Yeah, and so, but they'll leave you a good tip though. And they don't give a damn who they with. If they like you, they'll leave. They strippers.
And that's another reason I could never.
You can give us advice.
And look, that's another.
You can give me advice.
That's another reason that I could not work in service industry because I know you. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but have you ever thought about it like this? Has there ever been a guy that comes in with his wife? And then, like, a few days later, you see him with another woman.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Oh, I'm not.
All the time.
There is no customer confidentiality. I'm going to walk up and be like, "Hi, sir, how are you?" And I'm just going to lean and look at you like, that tip better be decent.
I try.
That tip better be decent, buddy.
For real,
I'm the worst because I'm always like, I'm going to mind my business.
Yeah, and see, you have to.
That's all I'm thinking always. I'm
like,
I'm going to mind my business.
Yeah, and then, I could never work at service just because I know you've had to deal with drunk people before. And I'm like, I'm from a black family. I hate drunks. Like, I'm just like, nigga, you're annoying. You're annoying. Like, if I don't want to deal with my aunt who is a drunk and drinks, or my cousin who's a drunk and drinks, I don't care if you're paying me, and you're not even paying me good. I'm not going to deal with Barbara and Michael who come in here and had 3 Long Island iced teas a piece, and now they're hammered. And they're like, we want macaroni. Can I get it without the cheese? I'm like, ma'am. I'm actually gonna leave. I quit. Matter of fact, I quit. Like people who work at Texas Roadhouse, if anybody who works at Texas Roadhouse, to me in my mind, is a little like insane. A little bit, bro. A little bit. Anybody, and I'm talking about from the workers in the back to the servers and the host. I think first of all, everybody hates on the host at a restaurant the most.
No, they do.
Because you don't have anything to do.
No,
and they put you in fucked up seats. And they give you fucked up. They know who they bring into your section,
insane.
bro. Hostesses kill me with that. Sometimes they know who they're bringing to your section. And I'll just be like, these mother.
They also, like, from the other side, it's like I always said, like, hosts, because these little girls, I'm like,
it's always what it is.
I'm telling them, I'm like, you know, you guys, like, the guests are the meanest to y'all because you're the only person in the restaurant that tells people no.
Yeah.
So when people come in, they're like, yes, 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 yes. But then the host tells you it's going to be 15, 30 minutes. And people crash out.
For sure.
And because they're also like, that table's clean, sit me there, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But like, no.
I've never been that person.
You're
I've
right.
never been
I
that
gotta
person.
take it easy. I gotta be easy on these hosts.
And I've never been that person to get to a restaurant and they be like, hey, it's a 45-minute wait, and I'll be upset. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, cool, you're busy, no problem. Mm-hmm. But if I get there and it's empty and they're like, it's gonna be about a 2-hour wait, I'm like, do you think you didn't have to tell me that? You could have just said, I'm not gonna eat here today because I'm not waiting 2 hours. I've waited an hour to eat before. I think the longest I've ever waited to go, and it's crazy, the longest restaurant I've ever waited to go in and eat was at Papados in Houston, but I waited 45 minutes here in Tyler to go eat at FD's.
What?
And I was like,
and FD, you're blowing my mind, man.
I went to FD's and I waited 45 minutes.
Esoteric wisdom, man. It's killing
45
me.
minutes. I was like, and I had never been, and it was like my first time going. My ex took me, and I was like, I didn't even know this place existed. I was like, fine, let's go. 45 minutes is probably gonna be great. And I went in, and I was just like, I ate my food, and I was, looking around. I was like, this is just like a fancy Chili's. I was like, this isn't anything like special. And like, I was like, we could have actually went to Chili's. Like, all this is a dark Chili's. Like, it's, first of all, it's pitch black in there. Have you ever seen a restaurant that dark? Even in the daytime, it's dark in there. And I'm like, I'm literally having to look at my food like this to examine it. I'm like, yo, it's black in here, bro. Like,
bring the candlelight closer. Look at the menu.
They don't want you to see the grime.
Hey, now you go into Chili's.
Bugs and roaches.
You go into Chili's, you can see everything. It's like, wow, it's bright in here. Like, I've never been to the place where you were currently working, or if you still work there, but I've never been. But I know people who are like, bro, it's really good. You should come by. I'm like, I will one day, bro. I will one day. And then I always drive by and I'm just like, I think I'll just take a burger. I don't even want to try it.
Now that you're talking about how you don't like Mexican food, like, I guess it like all those things make sense.
Oh man, listen.
That you're picky.
Listen. I'm not picky at all. Man,
restaurant choices, everything.
Oh man, I'm very much like this is where I think like my tism comes in a little bit. I'll tell myself all day like, I want to try this. I want to eat this. I want to eat this. And it comes down to it, and I'm just like, I think I'm just gonna get a burger and some chicken nuggets.
I do that a lot too.
Even if I want,
overwhelmed by choice.
Yeah, and that's one of my biggest fears about moving to a bigger city is overwhelmed by choice and accessibility. Mm-hmm. I'm just now getting to be here in Tyler. I've been here 9 years, gonna be 10. I'm just now getting to where I'm like, I'm comfortable going here. I want to eat here. Mm-hmm. I'll just go get this. It's closer. I'll be here. Like, because normally it's so much choice that I'm just like, I'll stay here because it's too much. Yeah. Like, Whataburger. Like, where I'm from, we have one now. But when I grew up, we didn't have a Whataburger. Mm-hmm. And being here, it just was so like, it was an everyday thing. Every day I'm just going to eat Whataburger. I'm just going to eat Whataburger. Mm-hmm. Now I'm just like, that'll be my last option. Mm-hmm. Or McDonald's, I'll be like, that'll be my last option. Like, I used to, when it was just Starbucks, I used to always be like, I'm going to just go to Starbucks. Now I'm like, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to Seven Brew. I'll go to, what's the other one? Dutch Bros. I'm like, I'll go to these places because it's just like, I need to expand out a little bit because I'll get real comfortable in one place. Same way we're doing comedy at Rose City. Once I did that for so long, I was just comfortable only being there.
I think that happens. I think that happens to like most country kids. I was the same way. And then when I moved to Dallas, it was like, I can't believe Jack in the Box is 5 minutes away. Like, this is amazing. I can't believe McDonald's here stays open 24 hours. Yo, for real, like a 24 hours
McDonald's. It's a 24 hours McDonald's. Like, yo, I can get a McFlurry at 3 a.m. Yeah. Like, this is insane. Like, insane. Like, and you become shell shocked. Like, it's a culture shock for one. Uh-huh. So when I moved out here, like, my mom was like, I just literally called her. I said, hey, I'm not coming home. I never forget. I got a job at Walmart. I got my first check, and I was like, "Wow, look at this check." I was like, "I'm gonna go get the next check." I go get the next check, and I was like, "I just made $1,800 in 1 month." I come home, I'm like, "Hey, I ain't coming home." I was like, "I done made it. I got it. Got this figured out. $1,800 a month. I can make this. I can make it work."
A black man out there is holding a white baby. I just want y'all to.
Good for him.
That's terrifying. And so like moving out here, my mom was like, hey, you you know, I of course everybody wants to start making more money. Mm-hmm. So when I did, like, I said, okay, this $1,800 a month is, I'm poor, I'm broke, I have nothing. So I got a better job, and then a better job, and then more money. So I was like, man, I really like, it baffles me sometimes. Like some guys that I went to school with, they're like, bro, where do you live at? I'm like, Tyler. They're like, you stayed? I'm like, yeah, I decided I didn't want to come home. And like people, like every time I think like, oh man, I'm at the end, I'm finna, like right before I started doing comedy, I was just like, man, like
what's next?
Like, yeah, what's next? Like I'm kind of like, all right, I'm going to work every day, and I'm just not doing anything. So I started doing the comedy, and it was like, wow, this is dope.
I think comedy's awesome because it's like it's a good creative outlet, and I think the idea is that you're just gonna get better at it.
Oh yeah,
like so.
If you keep showing up, you're gonna get better.
If you keep showing up, yeah.
That's what we were just talking about. What's the guy that you've been talking to? He used to be at Cheese Fest. Now he comes over to young Sheldon.
Adam
Miller.
Yeah.
He is getting really. Shout out to Adam, bro.
And he's posting his stuff online too. I looked on
his
YouTube.
I looked at his YouTube. He's posting.
I'm like, yo.
And so I'm like, when I first discovered him, he was here at Cheese. I was like, yo, I'm like, and he would always be like, it's his first time. I'm like, you know what, bro? Like, keep going. Like, if this is you stepping out of your comfort zone, keep doing it. Then when he started to come to Rose, and because I told him to come to Rose, and I said, yo, there's no rain. You could just go up there and get it off. Like, say whatever you want. And when he started coming, and I'm watching him grow into that comfortable like vibe, I'm like, I always tell him, I'm like, man, it was a great set. Even if he's like, man, I think I did bad. I'm like, you didn't, bro. I was like I went Monday, and I bombed, and I was like, dang. And I was like I said, I bombed, and I was just like, keep going. Like I used to bomb at the old place, and I used to feel so bad. I would just miss like 2 Mondays. I'd be like, I sucked last time. And it wasn't until one day I bombed really bad up there, and I was like, I'm gonna come back next week. I'm like, because if you think you could do it, get up here and show me.
No, exactly.
That's how I think about it. I'm like, if you like, and that sometimes I bomb, and I'm like, you know what? That's a good joke. I need to write it better. So like last Monday I bombed, and I'm like, I'm literally hoping my job tells me tomorrow, like, hey, you ain't got nothing to do. So I'm like, yes, I'm going back. And if I bomb again, who cares? Like, and sometimes that bomb up there is what you need because it makes you lock in. Like when I first ever bombed, it was because I wasn't writing my jokes down. I was just saying like, I'm gonna say this, this, and this, and I'm gonna go up here and remember it. And sometimes I'll be so nervous I forget.
I think there's so many different things that go into like, bombing as far as like trying to understand and parse through those things, especially as like new comedians. It's like, because I think it's just having that confidence in like this joke that I have. I think it's funny. And then,
for sure.
And then like and I think that's been something that's been coming nicely because I feel like it's just more and more encouragement from other people, and so you're kind of like seeing that like. Maybe I'm not awful at this. Like I thought,
for sure. And then when you really start recording your sets, when you start really recording your sets and seeing that this is what hits, or this didn't hit because I actually said it wrong and I was just moving too fast and I didn't pay attention. Yeah. And it's like, wow, like I'm getting better. Like one thing I'm learning to do that a lot of people say that, oh, I wish I could do that, but I'm like, no, you don't. Is people always like, you come up with these new jokes, and it's like you have a new joke every time, and it's funny. And I'm like, I had to learn that, yes, this is a good joke, but if I keep doing it, keep perfecting it, it could be a great joke. So like the one joke that I have that I still to this day think is my best big joke was the white cock joke. Like my girlfriend, the white. I to this day think that's my best joke ever, and because I think it's my best joke, I'm like, I'm not using this joke again until I get paid for it. Because I was like, I will not use this joke again until I get paid for it. Until somebody pays to hear this joke, and it's not a cocky thing. It's just like, that's a really good joke to me. And I was just like, I don't want to tire that joke out. Yeah. Because I didn't think that was going to be a good joke. And I did it at 4 different sets, and I did it on a Wednesday showcase. And I was like, wow, this is a really good joke. Put it up. It's in the vault. Yeah, it's in the vault. I got jokes that are really funny that I'm like, I'm going to never put it in the vault. Like it's Juneteenth. And that's my favorite month. because and it's crazy, it's my favorite month. But I have a lot of gay friends. Like a lot.
Because it's Pride Month.
Yeah, I got a lot of gay homeboys. I got a lot of gay homeboys. And a lot of lesbian homegirls too. Yeah. So like, and I tell them all the time, I'm like, I'm your ally. So I'm gonna talk bad about you, bro. So it's like you may have been at Rose or but I have a gay homeboy. Shout out my homeboy Craig. But I tell the joke about how me and Craig met in college, and I tell it pretty often, but yeah. So I tell Craig, I like this joke is just funny because when I met Craig, I was just like, at that time I grew up in a very rural country, southern area, so you know, sexuality is a big thing. You know, when you're self-taught to not really approve of that, you grow up with that mentality. Mm-hmm. When I moved away from my family and I got my own perspective of life, I was like, there's nothing wrong with being gay. I don't care. You're a great person. Cool. You're fine with me.
Thank you.
So Craig became like my closest friend. To this day, we're still friends. And like, I tell that joke and people are always like, dog, like gay people don't get mad at you. I'm like, dog, if you go through my phone right now, it's like, my tattoo artist is gay. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, people are always like, bro, how do you feel so comfortable about it? Because they're not trying to sleep with me. Like, I'm not their type.
And people can tell too. People can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're just going up there just to talk shit about gay people versus actually knowing gay people.
Yeah, they're gonna know.
They're gonna know the difference.
Like I would never get on stage. Like there was a time like I did a transgender joke, and I'll never forget. I was scared to do the transgender joke because there was 2 transgenders in the audience. I was like, I don't think I should go up here and tell this joke. And I was like, I'm going to still tell the joke because I'm not bashing you, but I'm just bringing light to the perspective of this is my experience. Mm-hmm. So when I told that joke, I literally was looking in the direction of the transgender because I'm like, I'm going to start the joke. If they don't laugh, I'm going to veer off and get away from the joke. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching them laugh and it was gay guys in the audience too. And I'm telling this gay joke and they are laughing and I'm like, okay, bro, they know that I'm not being malicious. Mm-hmm. Now, like, you know, like y'all were both there when I did the joke about the big girl in the audience. I did the crowd work. Yeah. And I was like, we'll mess up like the buffet.
Fuck up a buffet.
So I personally, I was so happy that I went last that night. So happy that I went last. Because I was like, I wanted to say this joke because I know it would be funny. I'm fat. She's larger. I don't want to offend her, but at the same time, I like, even if I make this joke, she should understand, like, he's fat too. It's okay. Mm-hmm. So when I got up and went on the stage, I was like, yo, this is going to be crazy. You see, I waited. It was my last joke before I walked off stage. And I was like, I've been eyeballing her the whole night. I saw her when I was in the back. I was at the bar and I said, it's a large woman up there. I was like, I said, I got a joke in my head, but I gotta make sure she's okay. When Tyler asked her, like, does she like Oreos? And she said, yeah, I love Oreos. I said, yep, it's over, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's over, man. It's over, man. Because what he said, like, he asked you, making fun of you. I'm just gonna go up here and just say it. So, like, finding that soft spot in comedy is, like, the big thing. Mm-hmm. Like, it's hard to... Like, I tell people, like, people always say, bro, you're so like, just comfortable when you go up there. I'm like, I don't feel it. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm up there really trying to find that comfortable spot. I'm just so cool with everybody that I'm just like, I'm gonna kick the can around and see what hits.
Yeah.
Like I told you, when you go up on stage and your jokes are so short and people laugh, I'm like, if I could do that, I would be a problem. Because I've literally counted before, and I'm like, Walker just went up there and did 15 jokes. and I'm like, 10 of them hit. I just went up here and told 4, and I had to literally make sure that they hit.
I think
like
it's like
3 jokes.
But I think it's a
3 minutes.
It's almost to a fault because I think it's like my ADHD where I'm just like looking for that laugh. I want the laugh, and if I don't get it, I'm like, I'm moving on to the next thing.
Yeah, that first laugh is key.
Yeah, you gotta. I remember my first, like, my opener used to be that I stopped doing because it just felt like it was I'm begging for a laugh. Mm-hmm. My first opener used to always be, you know, of course I know I'm fat, and like I used to be like, and people used to be like, huh? Like you would get the laugh and it would grow. I'm like, cool, we're good, we're on the same page, and I would go from there. Now I'm just always like, when I go up, I'm like, I have to remember, like, it's okay to reintroduce yourself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like I used to hate doing that, and I used to be like, these aren't the same people. Like they don't know me.
That's right.
And so I'm like, let me reintroduce it, and I can switch it up, do it how I want to. Like, one thing I've always felt like I don't ever want to do is bounce jokes off another comedian, but some of them I've learned I can do that with. So what's James McAdam, the opener? He always opens the host for us, James. Yeah. James has a joke about Airbud. You know, oh, it should be a black lab and stuff. And I'm always like, that's wrong, James.
Oh, it's Jason.
Jason.
Yeah.
I'm like Jason. That's wrong. It shouldn't be a black lab. If any dog's gonna be good at sports, it's gonna be a pit bull. Like, because that's the equivalent of a black athlete. Is
pit bull.
A pit bull. And I joke with him. I was like, you know, like if you had a pit bull and it was good at sports. I was like, it wouldn't be like Air Bud. You know, the dog's name would be Jordan. You just Air Jordan. I was like, it's great for marketing. It's great. Like Air Jordan, the black pit bull. Like I was just like,
do you have a nervous joke? Like one that you pull out, like
when you're nervous,
like
and
when
you gotta
you're nervous
break the
and you're
ice?
just trying to break that ice, and you just know it'll get a quick laugh.
No, I don't simply because.
I think your writing is just so much different than ours because it's just like
You have a nervous joke too?
No, I do. Yeah. No, I just.
I'm like, is this a thing? Was I supposed to have this? Did I miss that day in class?
No, I just think it's like if you're up there and you're kind of like
some things are just like quick go tos. They could just get the gears turning.
Like just something you gravitate towards just because when you get stuck. You know,
like
normally, I can't say that I do because I have so many like. The way I write jokes is it's more of like perspective storytelling joke. Yeah. So it's something that I've been through, but I want to put in perspective where everybody can experience what I've been through. So when I go on stage and I'm like, I feel like, you know, I'm nervous or whatever, like I key on my opening joke. Some people want their closer to be the, you know, the firework, the bang. I'm more of, I want the opener to be the bang. Like I want the moment I step on the stage, I want to captivate. So like I work really hard on my openers and my middle. My ending is more like I'm gonna get some crowd work in. Middle towards end is crowd work for me because I always feel like if I can make the audience laugh at the end, that's the key point. So when I like my opening joke or that nervous joke is always something like, like one of my opener jokes is I always do the doctor joke where I'm like, you know, I'm getting in shape, going to the gym, and I went to the eye doctor, and the eye doctor was like, well, you have 20/20 vision, but man, I'm really worried about your blood pressure. And I'm like, don't worry about that, bro. Eyesight, like let's work eyesight. Stop worrying about my cholesterol. Or like I go to the dentist and he was like, yeah, man, you have a few cavities. Let's talk about your BMI. Like I'm like, hey, bro, like stop that.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Like, let's do that. Like, that's one of the jokes that I go to when I'm nervous. But for the most part, I genuinely just be like, I just go up there and like, I'm doing comedy is really the only thing where I'm like, I am one with just doing it. Like, I feel comfortable. I used to not. I used to feel like garbage because I used to feel like, I don't feel like I'm good. I've seen you since you first started. Dog, I've watched you go from like uncomfortable to like, man, that's Walker Moore up there, bro. Like I'm like, that's like, and like it's times where like, and I've seen you do it, and I'm like, dog, I remember it. He's like, that's Walker Moore up there, and like I've seen you go up there, and I'm like, dog, Kleintel got like finding his footing up there.
I think all like that. Like I was saying that I think comedy, it's like this anxiety level, and I think as far as like people have real issues when it comes to anxiety. But I think it's a muscle. So it's just like...
Yeah, you keep working on it. You keep working it out.
And for me, I think confidence is not caring. And so,
for sure.
Saying whatever I'm going to say and then, like, not worrying about whatever. But then, like... so I think it kind of... That's something I'm figuring out. I think as far as, like... I think when I was first getting into comedy, it's kind of like this attitude everyone has where they don't want to be the butt of the joke. Like, when you're kind of going to a comedy club for the first time, you're like, I don't want to be picked on. I don't want this... Like that,
and there's one particular comedian that will make you eat it. Boy, he will do you bad. And that's why I always be like, I'm like, Tyler, do not get on this stage. And he's like, I hate telling him jokes because I know he's going to go up on stage and be like, Ty Duffy said the same. I'm like, and like, when I used to go up before Tyler, I used to get so aggravated because I'm like, he's just going to make me the butt of the joke. And it wasn't until I realized his style of comedy, and I was just like, you know what? Tyler's actually a great guy. He's actually really funny. And I used to hate it because I'm like, oh, he's making fun of me and they're getting a laugh. Now I'm just like, all right, Tyler, I'm going to step it up next time.
Yeah.
Because I think when you have a set, and you're kind of like this A B C D things happen, like these and like something kind of throws you off. Or someone interjects.
Heckle, yeah.
I think the idea is that with all this, like you can't control anything, you can't control anybody. Like you don't know if they're gonna screw up your walk up song, like all these little things.
That's always important. That walk up song.
Well, I know you're always.
So have you ever? Have you ever had a heckler yet?
I've only had like heckles, but I've never had like an actual like someone that was like
against you.
Yeah.
So you were with me with my first heckler, the woman at the show, the black lady.
Yeah.
And so, mind you, my first heckler ever, and I was so scared. I said, I have to nip this in the ass now. And I was like, she heckled me and made me stop my joke, and I literally had to redirect the joke, fix her, and still make everyone else laugh. And it was like because I had prepared and I knew it was gonna happen one day, that I was just like, got it, it's over. We ain't got nothing to worry about, ma'am. And she was just like, wow, like like she was drunk, of course, was drunk. She walked up to the stage, and I was like, oh, my first heckler, and she walks up to the stage, and I was like, and I fix it, and the crowd goes crazy, and like I end the set on the heckler. And I was like, that's my time, blah, blah. And everybody was like, yo, man, you killed it, bro. You did good. And I was so mad when I got off stage because I'm like, I know this woman didn't just heckle me, bro. Like, I'm up here trying to eat, man. Like, I am mad right now.
The way she did it, too. Like, I remember that she went up, she said, everybody love each other. And she was trying to.
Like I said, hate drunk people. I hate drunk people. I was just like, I saw the beer in her hand. I said, yeah, she's wasted. I said, let's go ahead and nip this in the ass now and go. Like that's why I genuinely love Rose City Comedy. I do. Like I love it to death. But I think the more you go, Shy is a great owner, and he does a great job of like when those guys are not moving through their jokes and they're standing still, he interjects, and it's kind of like a heckle, but it's like a supportive heckle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Shy gives you that. Like he helps you out there. Like there are times when guys like Robert Mitchell, he may be in between a joke and it's quiet, and Shy like heckles him real quick. And Robert finds his footing again, and I'm like, you need that. So like, Shy has a very good knack of pulling out like, hey, like do this, work on this, do this, try this. This works for you. This. So like with him, he was always like, you're good. Keep working the same material. You don't need to work on anything other than making a good joke great. So he's the reason I repeat jokes over and over and over. Like Robert Mitchell, like. I've seen Robert Mitchell do the same jokes since the old building. And those same jokes are still funny as hell today. Because all you do is see him get better and better over time.
Yeah.
Like it's just great to see these comedians do it. Normally when you go up, you do a new joke and it's always like, okay. I'm like in my mind, I'm like when Walker gets off, I'm gonna tell him to keep that joke. When he gets off, I'm gonna tell him to keep that joke. Like there are some people like when they get up on stage and they do a joke, and I know that they're like, that was just a spur of the moment joke. The moment they get off stage, I'm like, hey, keep that, like, write that one down, because that's a good one, work on it. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm just like, I have so many jokes written down, I'm literally just like, okay, what do I want to get up here? Like, there are jokes that I know are funny that I've never told, because I'm just like, I haven't had that exposure, that audience yet to tell that joke to. Like, like I tried to tell it once. We all know Glenn, Big Glenn. I had a joke one time and I worked on it with Glenn. Glenn was like, you should tell that joke. I was like, no, I'm never going to tell it. He was like, why? I said, because that joke takes 4 minutes to do. And I was like, I'm not going to tell that joke until I get at least a 10-minute, 15-minute set. And so that's like, those are the things that I do. So like when I go up and I get those 5 or 6 minutes at the Rose, when I do that time, I'm like, I'm going to work these jokes that I know are kind of, let's work through some new ones. Like, I struggle going up and telling new jokes. I hate it because I'm like, I know I have to, but I know this is probably not going to go well.
I think back to what I was saying about you can't control all these different things with all these people. And so that's kind of the thing with me is like I feel like as far as like being comfortable on stage, to me it was like I was kind of like wanting to protect myself from like I don't want people to find out that I'm weird. That kind of thing.
You got on stage, bro. It's too late.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like we all stand-up comedy is just a combination of ego and mental illness.
That's a good one. Keep that. Keep that.
I think someone else said that. I can't.
Dang, you can keep it. We recycle jokes around here.
Recycle that.
Recycle that one.
No, I think it's a good one. So I don't think a stand-up comedian said that, but I think I saw that from somewhere. I can't remember that.
Man, it is like, you know, it takes a lot to get up on stage. Like I tell people this all the time. I'm like, if you've ever done something like this for the first time, like my first time getting up on stage, I just feel my heart just racing. And now it races, but it's not of nervousness. It's of, yo, I get to do this again.
Like a thrill.
Yeah, it's a thrill.
Yeah. Have your parents ever seen your stand-up, Kleintel?
Yeah, my parents are dead, so they've
seen it.
They've seen it in spirit.
They just looking down like this
nigga's
here,
bombing.
I know your mom came to the comedy club.
Yeah, and everybody loved that joke at the end. Like, it was crazy.
Because like I was telling my mom for a while not to come, and it was not because like I didn't want.
You didn't want to do bad in front of them.
No, I just mean like I just wanted to make my dumb jokes and tell dick jokes and dumb shit and like not really worry about, you know, the fact that my mom's there.
Oh, I get that.
But also it's kind of like protecting that in a way where like I was listening to some other people that they were talking about how they didn't want to invite their friends because they didn't want their friends to see them. Like that'd be like more nervous to them. It's like someone they know in the audience. And I'm just thinking like, what are you trying to protect? Like, you are who you are. You know?
When I told my mom to come, I was like, hey, look, when you get here, expect this. And I got up there and like I told the joke at the end. I don't know, were you there that night when my mom came?
No.
So I told the joke, but I was like, I love my mom. You know, she's helpful, she's supportive, blah blah blah. And then I said, I was like, you know, how could you be even more of a great mom? And I was like,
oh shit, let's make sure we're done.
Oh well. Are we?
No, they've been looking. We're good. We're good.
We want to make sure we didn't get locked in.
Yeah, we do need to close this out though.
Yeah, for sure. Hey man, if y'all ever want me to come back, well, no, I'm gonna say this. I told the joke about my mom, and I was like, I said, hey, you know, how could you be a great mom, even more of a great mom? Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I just got real quiet, and I was like, you couldn't have swallowed me. I didn't want to be here. And like everybody was like, I know he did. His mom's ear. And I was like, Shy even looked at me. Shy was like, your mom's right there. I'm like, she know who her son is, bro. Like, I'm not hiding anything from her.
So I think it's that barrier that most people have. It's like I don't have nothing to lose, right?
Yeah, at this point, I just try not to scare the hoes. That's it.
Oh no, we got to.
They're very scared of me.
If I make the hoes laugh, I get some hoes afterwards. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. That's what we doing. We like, hey, look, I'm going in for this.
I always think about that. There's a Kanye West tweet. He was beefing with Dave Chappelle. He was talking about just like all comedians are doing is trying to get girls to fuck for free.
Absolutely.
100%. 100%.
I gotta work for. If I'm gonna have to do anything, I'm not gonna pay money. I'm just gonna.
I think that's so
hey.
I think it's the funniest thing Kanye says.
That's and that he's absolutely right. He's telling you what I'm trying to do.
We not balling. We don't throw around money like that.
Nope. No. Hey, you gonna get this?
Leave that to the rappers. Leave
absolutely.
That to them. That's our job is to laugh them draws off.
Hey man, this was fun.
All
man.
pussy is free if you're funny.
Whenever y'all do this again, definitely let me know.
For sure.
All pussy is free. If we need somewhere to do this, man, we could definitely do this at my house.
Word?
For sure.
So we ain't gotta worry about this bitch closing.
For sure, man. We could next time y'all want to do this, we want to do another one, do it in my spot. I got my own spot.
I was thinking we could do it. Yeah. All right. Now that sounds great.
For sure.
A good show. It's been Walker.
It's been Ty Duffy.
This is Kleintel. We signing off.
Signing out.
Thank you.